3 Akashic Records messages. We're going to get into the 3 messages from the Akashic Records. So message number 1 is all about destiny. So this group and this message is coming with the message around something has been written in the stars. There's something written in your Akashic Records, in your Akashic field, that you chose this before coming here, that something is meant to happen. You're meant to step into something. Like, this feels like your dreams, your desires, no matter like how big, are guiding you there. So I feel like there's a lot of boldness and bigness to your energy. Maybe you've been playing it a little small, but it feels very much like you a Lyran energy, like Lyran energy, which are from a star system, very high vibrational guides. But there's a very big magnetism, and you're meant for bigger things. You're meant for something more. So they're saying it's like, it's time to really expand your wings of light and take up space, because I feel like there's been some clipping or some, smallness that has been projected onto you. And that was just other people attempt at keeping you small. It was part of this, people that come into your life to help you access that inner power, to almost like push you and nudge you enough where you finally step in and you finally decide that you are powerful. It's like wakes up your inner power and your light. So it feels like it's really time to spread those wings. It's time to take up space. The path is weaving together for you, but you came here for more than what you have previously experienced. So it's time to let go of this smallness. There's a higher level of information coming in and a higher level that you're meant to work with, and just a general frequency that you're meant to be with. So it's time to step into the spotlight, step off the sidelines. You're no longer to be overlooked, because you're not being overlooked by the divine. And it's time to really take up space and step into your power and confidence and claiming this energy for yourself. So it feels like a lot of spotlight energy, no longer sitting on the sidelines of someone else's life, and really anchoring into like that leadership, the spotlight. And it's time for you to really believe in your big dreams and know that everything you have, things that you previously have maybe thought yourself to believe, maybe it's something small about yourself, maybe it's these old stories that have kept you small. That's old energy. And it's really asking you to step forward, because this is like destiny. It's something that has been predetermined. It's like written in the stars for you to step into this thing, for you to step into something bigger. And yeah, it's just time for you to do. It's so time. So let's get into message number 2. Message number 2 is really about this like downloads, future energy, future vision. It feels very Aquarius energy, and like the ability to manifest. It feels like a lot of master manifester energy. This group feels very Pleiadian energy. They're saying that your path, you're meant to follow an unconventional path, and your path is unfolding maybe in like these bursts. So it feels like you get bursts of info, you get bursts of ideas, bursts of creative energy or energy and creations, followed by times of like retreat or just being, where you just get to be and like live your life. So this is someone who is this group is meant to like build an empire, or really like the new paradigm energy in a way that works for your lifestyle. Yet it goes against what the norm of what others do, because you're meant to do it in a unique way. You're meant to have these moments where you work on this thing and you have these bursts, and then you kind of take time away. So it feels like you don't have to be working so hard all the time. It's really about working smarter rather than harder. And with that, it's like you get these future ideas, you get these future downloads, and the way that they're meant to come through isn't this like always this immediate right now. It's just like, it's actually, you're in the process of working with the energy of what you're bringing forward. So it does feel like you're meant to build something that might be more passive yet very powerful and profound. So you work really hard on something. Maybe it's like a course or a platform or public speaking or event or retreats, whatever that is for you. Maybe you're consulting and you have a bit more of a flexible schedule. and you're meant to follow this unconventional path and way of creating. So this is actually where you're going to receive a lot of abundance in your life and for your family. And this path is now calling you to create it. It's calling you to really trust in your flow of energy and how you work. And the more that you can give yourself permission to work in that unique way, in your unique, like, creative energy, that the way that you work, because it feels like you might do this thing, work on this thing, and then you kind of take a break. And then when you come back, it's like you have fresh energy, of fresh ideas. It's like the other piece of this comes together. And this is really this path of manifestation and living in vibrational alignment where, you know, where you follow that, you follow what you're being called to do in the moment, and letting that be the thing that you need to do in the moment and where you're being called to go, because it's like the perfect divine time. So it feels like less hands-on all the time, where you're like grinding it out every single day, 5 days a week or whatever. It feels more like you have these bursts of energy where you can get more done, like a lot more done in less time. So maybe there's like a period where you have this burst of energy. Even if it's a book, it feels like a book, something that you're working on. It doesn't have to be, you're doing this thing in a unique way. So you work on it when you get the burst, and then you have like more downtime, and then more of it comes together in the perfect time. So it's a very unique way of working, but it's very much in alignment with how you're meant to do things. And you're not meant to follow this conventional path and this conventional way of doing things, but really working in the way that you're meant to do things in a different way. And this is very much like trailblazing. It's very much like paving a new way and stepping into the new paradigm. So this brings me to message number 3. Message number 3, oh my goodness, there's the karmic holds that have been on you, are lifting. So it feels like a cycle has been broken or literally shattered. And I'm getting a lot of like ancestor, past life energy, ancient wisdom. Feels like past life gifts are awakening. Like something that you have done in the past, your past life, or like ancestral gifts are really coming to the forefront. And it feels like this is the lifetime where you are meant to fulfill this. Like maybe something was blocked or wasn't able to happen in a past life, but now this is the lifetime where you are meant to bring this thing forward. So maybe you've been on a path of initiation into this path a little bit, but it feels like this hold, this karmic hold, this cycle that you've been working through is now completed, and something that has kept almost like an energy hold on you from moving forward or has caused you a lot of pain is now complete. So this like cycle that you've been working through is now complete, and you've really, they want you to know like you've passed the test, and your team and ancestors are they're just so proud of you, and they want you to know that they're really behind you right now. And many gifts that are passed down gifts from your ancestors, it feels like inherited gifts, but also not only from your ancestors, it feels like your cosmic ancestors as well. And it feels like almost like this information that you have like kept locked from a past life is now unlocking now, or you go to a different place or location, or something opens up for you. But it feels very much like you've done this before, and this these passed down gifts, or these gifts that you've had in a past life, are really beginning to awaken. And because of all of this, it's time for your rewards. It's time to receive your divine inheritance. So really being open to receive, and knowing that like the past is in the past, and it's time to like really, this is really bringing in a new life, coming into form. And just knowing that you're so deeply held, and you're so deeply like, there's so much protection and love around you, especially from your ancestors. And so if you've ever felt really alone on this path, or maybe you're doing things differently, or you've had to make difficult decisions, they want you to know that like they're around you, and there's so much support. But your time of being a lone wolf and kind of going at it alone is now complete. So there's deep soul wisdom awakening. It's like your royal, your regal power and energy. These like this this past life energy where you've been really in your power is coming to the forefront. So I hope that you all enjoyed this episode. As always, I would love to hear from you. Love to hear which messages were for you, what landed. And so as always, if you could like or leave a review and let me know how this landed, I would really appreciate that. And subscribe, like, all the things.